Hey, what's up everyone? Great to see y'all. Let's get an applause in here, eh? Wait for it, huh? Oh man. It's been a minute, but it is great to see y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. Already we've got Alexander Grom coming in, just became a member. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you becoming a member. And welcome to Max's Man Cave. Welcome to the stream. What's going on, everyone? Hope you guys have been having a fantastic weekend. And as Alexander Grom here has just shown, if you guys want to, you can become a member through the membership program here, right next to that subscribe button. You have like different tiers of what you'd like to pay for a membership, and every once a week or once a month I'll do like videos for you guys, some behind the scenes videos, and we've also been doing membership streams, which have been an absolute blast, and I am so thankful that I've been doing those because it gives me an opportunity to talk to y'all, and also it's just really fun. It's just like hanging out with friends, which is pretty rad, which doesn't come too often here in my neck of the woods here in California. So it's always good to hang out with people and you know, have some community, some friendship, some fellowship, some family. So it is awesome. Excuse me. Well, you guys, I've had a a wild weekend. It has been very busy. So I apologize if I am off my game or a little low energy. I've got my cup of coffee here, so I'm staying in the game though. So let's I'll get into my weekend. Let's see who's here real quick. Josh. Oh, my man. The man himself. Josh, what's going on, brother? Great to see you. Jacob Ironside. Hey, I see you doing those models, man. I'm so happy to hear that you're getting into Warhammer. That is so fantastic. Reach out if you ever need anything. Know me without you. Hello, great to see you here, gorgeous. Ben Cordwell, another gorgeous individual, another great member. Good to see you. G'day. Or what'd you? How's y'all going? Or how's it going? Something like that. How's it going? Is the correct Australian verbiage. Cajun Corey, good evening. What's going on, brother? Let's see, Jay the Deep-Minded. Hello, Jay. Great to see you as well. We got our regulars in here tonight. Stream Elements, always got to have the good old Stream Elements. John Baker, what's up, man? Monopoly, Egos Max, what's up? No, see, you did it wrong. You did all the A's. You got to do X's, like triple X's. Just a bunch of X's. Jay says, okay, Josh, in 3, 2, 1. So here's the thing. Oh, Alexander says, Crowder Cup. I dropped mine, unfortunately. Oh, like you dropped your subscription to the Crowder shop, or you dropped your actual mug? Because if you dropped your mug, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry. Hey, Mark McGrath, you know me? Who's down with MVP? Good to see you, dude. Thanks for being here, Mark. So Josh was on a stream the other night. He popped into a stream, and I wasn't able to watch the entire thing, but apparently there's an inside joke going around about me right now that I am not sure about. So I'm going to turn the temperature down on this bad Larry, because for some reason, I seem very, I can't tell if it's like pale or what, but I'm going to turn the temperature down. Zaxx, what's up, dude? Good to see you, Zaxx. Thanks for being here. Man, you guys had a fantastic stream. Like I said, I wasn't able to stay the entire time, but it was fun to see Josh on there. You guys are stealing my talent, though. He's mine. He's my man. No, I'm kidding. But I did get jealous, Josh. Flaccid slipped into my DMs. Of course his slimy little Flaccid got into your DMs. Of course it did. Ended up on his stream. I don't know how that happened. Feel like I'm jumping from barracks to barracks. You are, Josh, you are the barracks bunny. But see, here's the thing. You're so good looking. Yeah, you're so charismatic that now just everyone wants you on the stream. How can I compete? How can little old me compete with that, you know? But oh, Grom, dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sucks. Hey, Jason, thank you so much. He says, good evening. Good evening to you as well. Good to see you here, Jason. And real quick, I also wanted to mention I had a new subscriber this I think this past week. Zaxx, Josh belongs to the universe. No, he belongs to the multiverse. Because as we all know, Josh is a huge MCU shill, which we are going to get into that later. No, all love, Josh. But yeah, he belongs to the multiverse, to the quantum verse, and to the universe. So yes, of course. But yeah, no, I had an individual subscribe this past week from one of my videos, and he was like, "Hey, great content, love your stuff," and use the StreamYard's link to or the Stream Elements link to donate like $20. So if you're watching, man, thank you so much. I didn't get your name, but I appreciate that. But yeah, it's always really cool, like to see new people coming onto the streams and onto the videos, who, you know, find my stuff here, join the conversation, and he donated a 20. Just stuff like that is so rad, and it's those little acts of or those little random acts of kindness that are always really, really cool to see. But well, now your nickname has to be Barracks Bunny, Josh, because you're the one who mentioned it. No, I'm kidding. Jay, you called it, says Zaxx. Yeah, apparently you guys are going to have to let me in on this inside joke, because I don't know what it is. I've been gone all day. Like I said, I've had a crazy ass weekend. So I've been gone all day, and I posted that on Twitter so that people could come watch the stream tonight. But I've been away from my computer all day, so I haven't seen what's been going on. I didn't get to watch the entire stream of Josh and Zaxx and Flaccid and those guys. But so hopefully I won some people money. Did I at least win you money, Jay? Or who was the one who called it within like the first 10 minutes? Maybe I said something that triggered somebody. Hopefully I'm making people money over here. I don't know. But anyway, let's get into it. Great to see everyone here. Chris Naples, what's up, fellas? Lady fellas. Yeah, what's up, dude? Is this shilling is... Josh, shilling is approved if you can get some money from it. Maybe. If you can get like some access, you know? If you sell your soul for access, maybe I'll accept shilling. I don't know. Okay, Josh. Yeah, let me know. Keep me up to date. You guys need a timer or something for me. So here is what I've been doing all weekend. So Friday evening, let me expand this a little bit so you guys can see this a little bit better. Friday evening, because I'm a total metalhead and a loser and a nerd. Cajun says, Max, you forgot to read my meme worship message, by the way. Oh, did I miss it? Sorry, Cajun. Is it in a private chat or did you put it in the comment section? Let me know, but you could like copy paste it and post it again because I don't know if I saw it. Oh, she called that I was too busy. Yeah. So on Friday evening, I went to go see Fit for a King. So they're a Dallas, Texas-based band, and they're a metalcore band that came out, I want to say like early 2000s, maybe mid 2000s. And they are a Christian metalcore band, heavy metal band. They kind of came into the scene after like As I Lay Dying. Like As I Lay Dying laid the groundwork for like, you know, this new wave of like metalcore. And then Fit for a King came in later, and this is their first headlining tour, and they played a show here in Anaheim, and they played at the House of Blues, and so I haven't been to the new House of Blues location. So went there, saw the show, and it was incredible. It was so much fun. But yeah, like I said, I'm a loser, and I just went by myself because I was like, I want to go see these guys, and I don't really have friends here, and even if I did, I highly doubt that they would probably want to go to a metal show with me. But these dudes, North Lane, these guys played as well, and that's who you're seeing right here. So this is North Lane. And this guy has some incredible pipes. So Ben, I think you might actually like these guys. They're from Australia, and this was, I guess, their first tour in California or something. But their sound is really clean. It's got like clean vocals mixed with a lot of screaming vocals, and then it also has a lot of dubstep electronic into it, mixed with djent and like more like chugging metal. So it's badass. It was a lot of fun, and these guys just rocked the house. Let me see if they posted any other pictures. Yeah. So it was a great show, and like I said, these guys just absolutely crushed it. So that was Friday, and then here's Fit for a King. They were just opening up the pit. So Zaxx says, Max, it's all love, brother. The guy looks like he stubbed his toe. Maybe he did. Last concert I went to was 2018, and I was Jamie Johnson, Bad Company. Oh, and Leonard Skinner. You should have called. I was off all weekend. Oh, well, hey Josh, I'm stoked that you've got all weekend off, man. That's fantastic. Enjoy your weekend, dude. I don't want to have you coming on too many streams. I know you're popular now, so because we had Comics Aficionados Saturday morning, you had Flaccid stream, and then if I would have called you for this stream, like, no, enjoy your weekend, brother. Yes, Monopoly. This was at House of Blues. You're not a loser. I'm going to see August Burns Red with the Devil Wears Prada. Ooh, yes. I think August Burns Red will play here at House of Blues as well. So I'm going to try and see them here as well. I think that would be a lot of fun. Hey, Bruce Lombardo. What's up, dude? I guess you could just make your own war game. It would be a lot simpler than making an RPG. The war game, in terms of if I'm trying to like venture away from Games Workshop pretty much has a monopoly over wargaming miniatures and this, like, the Warhammer franchise in general. And plus, I don't know if I would want to, one, I don't think there's a lot of money in it, and two, I don't know if I have the same passion like to create an entire war game as I would like if I wanted to make a film, you know, or if I wanted to make a comic book or something. An entire war game would be, I mean, because you're designing and creating the models, so you'd have to design and create the 3D printing and the 3D render of the certain type of models that you want. You're talking about backstory for the history and the lore and how the game plays. Like, that's a lot of stuff. But oh, I mean, Josh, if you wanted to come to the concert, absolutely, man. Next time I'm in Texas, we'll see if we can find a concert together. But yeah, all that being said, it was a lot of fun. That was Friday night. Saturday morning, I went on to the Comics Aficionados podcast. I don't know if you guys saw me there. Great show. It was a pleasure to be there. And then right after that, I went to help my mom out with an event that she was doing for her business. So I helped her out, helped set up her booth and everything, and helped take pictures for her social media. Then I should check out Bolt Action. Okay, I'll check them out, brother. Thank you. Oh, Orc Bro, what's going on? Okay, so sorry, your name must have been better. He said, weird to see different name and comments in a live chat. That's much better. Okay, sounds good, Orc Bro. But where was I? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so Saturday, I'm helping my mom with her event. I do that. The second I get done helping my mom with an event, I have to drive over to the campus that I go to. I had to go to campus because we had a lecture / tutoring session, and then I also had to meet a group for a group project that's due next week. By the end of Saturday, I was thrashed because I just, that previous night, I was here at the concert till probably midnight, and it was super fun, but I was just exhausted from how much fun the concert was. And then Saturday rolls around, and then today, I thankfully was able to sleep in a little bit, ran some errands, cleaned up the apartment. I had to go to a friend's birthday party for a little bit, and then came here to be with you guys. So that has been my weekend. All that being said, though, we have plenty of news to get to. Great lineup on the Aficionados this week. It was, yeah, thanks, Mark. I agree. It was a lot of fun. Those dudes are incredibly intelligent, and they know much more about the industry than I do, or than I should claim to. But it's always great to learn from them, and also it's also great just to talk about things that we enjoy and things that we think are interesting, and things that are, conversations of concern for the industry. And even stuff that we don't necessarily think are concerning, but just stuff that we want to discuss in general. So you probably should try at some point is Frostgrave. Osprey Games, and they make amazing. Oh, dude, thank you so much. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, man, you guys have been awesome with the recommendations tonight. Thank you guys so much. That's awesome. Ooh, Osprey Games says that you can use whatever figures you want. That is dope, because if you guys have ever been to a Games Workshop, they only allow you to play on the tabletop with Games Workshop licensed figures. So that means if I want to kit bash, basically what kit bashing is here, let me go back to my regular screen, meow. Basically, if I want to kit bash, you know, take maybe some Games Workshop models or plastic bits, maybe take some Privateer Press models and plastic kits and like mold them together, or make some like custom conversion kits from 3D printing. Games Workshop will not allow you to build your models in there, paint your models in there, or play on the tabletop with your models in there. They are strictly only allowed to, or you are strictly only allowed to bring Games Workshop sanctioned models and kits. So it sucks because most of my models are custom pieces. I get like, I'll buy the box sets, and then I will buy 3D prints from third-party sellers to enhance like the model sets, or to enhance like whether it's the shoulder pads, the iconography, the helmets, the weapons. So most of my models are not competition worthy, or like licensed worthy enough to be able to play within the Games Workshop, you know, store. So, which sucks, but Soul Assassin, what's up, dude? Who is the band in the picture? This was Fit for a King, who headlined, and North Lane, who opened for them, and both sounded incredible. I'd actually say, I mean, now, here's the thing. I love Fit for a King. They are my heart. They are everything I want within a Christian metalcore band. They preach the message. They live out these attributes of Christ. Their lyrics speak volumes about their faith. However, Northlane, I think, played a better show. I think Northlane may have stolen the show. I'm not sure, because they were incredible. So let's see. GW doesn't even allow customization. Yeah, that's the thing. They didn't a few years ago. Hey, Jaden Hamilton, what's going on, brother? Great to see you here. Won't even let you use figures from earlier editions more than 3 editions out. yeah, dude. That's what's kind of, it's shitty, because you're like, I bought this from you guys. You know what I mean? I don't know. And we're about to get into that here. I'll pull up the article right now. Yeah, Jay, you're not wrong. I might have to sell my firstborn or an arm and a leg if that means that I get to get more Games Workshop stuff. See, the thing is too, let me pull this up for you guys. The thing is too is like I buy their novels, their limited edition novels. So like the last one I bought was the Aaron Dembski-Bowden Hell's Reach. Yeah, it was the Hell's Reach limited edition, you know, nice leather-bound book. It's only like, 2,000 copies or whatever it was, signed by the author. And those things are like $65, $75. I mean, they are gorgeous. And I would love to have a full library of them, but they're just so expensive. So I put my money into that as well. And now they're increasing prices on like figures. They said they're not going to do anything with paints, but here, let me just read the article. But Jaden, I've never played Dark Souls. I'm not a video game guy. One, I'm really bad at video games, and two, I don't have time to add another hobby like into the mix. Like the between weightlifting and bodybuilding and the supplements for that, the Warhammer model painting and building and lore and the books, comic books and superheroes and statues, music and concerts. Between all of these different hobbies that I really enjoy indulging in, there would be no way for me to get into video games. My brother has to kit bash a chaplain for his army, as the GW Mini was a Warhammer Day exclusive, going for over $300. Whew. Wow, that is incredible. But what a cool, once you get that Warhammer Day exclusive model, those things are gorgeous. So that it's cool that he has that though. I will say I'm just a little bit jealous, but that's rad. I'm telling you, Manic Games has great figures, and most of their armies are common armies like what you find in Age of Sigmar or 40k. Manic Games even have a fucking respectable halfling army. Interesting, okay. Once again, Bruce coming in hot with all this information and all these great recommendations. Thank you, brother. Hey, Smile, great to see you. Thanks for being here. So here's the article from the Warhammer community page. This was posted on the 9th of February. So this was a little while ago, but I haven't had the opportunity to really make a video or talk about it on a live stream. So the article says, we're sure it hasn't escaped your notice that a lot of things are more expensive than they used to be. Food, materials, transport, essentials, and luxuries alike. Stuff costs more to make and more to move, and Warhammer is not immune to these changes. This means that from the 6th March, we'll be increasing some prices. The average change for plastic kits is about 6% increase. As an example of what you can expect, a Battle Sisters squad goes up from £1.50 from 36 up £1.50 from £36 to £37.50. We understand no one likes a price rise. We've done our best to keep our prices down on some of your hobby essentials, and we're giving you a heads up now so that you have plenty of time to take advantage of current prices. This is tough because it's funny. It's funny in a way because Games Workshop is known for their price increases. Like, it's almost become a meme at this point because of how many times they increase their prices and like how frequently they do it and by how much they increase their prices, and yet they still do it. You know what I mean? It's like it's the same thing with like the Marvel and MCU. Like, we call out the bullshit that we see with the lack of creativity or the lack of finances or the lack of CGI or the lack of storytelling, like whatever it is, and then Marvel continues to do the same stuff. So we'll get into a little bit more of why they might be doing this price increase, but here's what they're changing. It says plastic miniatures, Forge World and Citadel resin miniatures, standard and Artificer Citadel brushes, and then spray paints. What it's not changing are starter sets, paint pots, Citadel tools, codexes, rulebooks, and battle tomes. Thank God for that one, because those are like $50+, and I actually really like the codexes and rulebooks. Syntech STD brushes. So, with that article being out of the way, if you guys want a fantastic video on the actual breakdown of this that goes really into the nitty-gritty of like what this means and which prices are affected, go check out Auspex Tactics. He's got like 200k subs. He's very intellectual. The stuff that he talks about on his channel is mainly about the hobby and the gaming community. Not so much the lore, doesn't really touch the lore, but it is strictly on business practices, gaming, tactics, and like, you know, modeling and the hobby itself. So what he talks about in the video is essentially that Games Workshop had released this list of prices that for the US had a 20% increase in some of the like plastic kits or paints or whatever. And he was hoping that that wasn't the case, of course, because a 20% increase, like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's insane, because initially they had said 6%, but apparently they're not going to go with that sheet. I don't know what that was. I didn't see it, but in this video, I guess he goes over it. But that was one of the things that he was talking about, is that they uploaded the document in error before. First upload was a document with a huge USA price increase, but fortunately this was indeed a mistake. 20% on most things is what he saw in the document. They've taken it down now at this point, but like I said, I didn't see it, so I don't know if that was a mistake by their part or if it's like a later installment that they're going to do at a later date, but just didn't do it now. Kind of like how Netflix, like, you know, a week or two ago, they released, hey, you know, no one's going to be able to do their password sharing anymore. And then they came back and they were like, oopsie, that was a little oops by us. We didn't mean to do that. But yet they're still going to do it later. I don't know. It's all very, when you're a customer of a lot of these things and you're on the outside looking in, so much of my intrigue is just like, what is your thought process? What are you all thinking? Because a lot of companies and a lot of organizations just aren't transparent. And I know Games Workshop was trying to be transparent with this move here of what they were doing about the prices. But it's confusing to me in terms of like, they're monopolizing the market when it comes to models and plastic kits. I would say I think they have the best sculptors, they have the best painters, they probably have the best gameplay, and so they're probably making the most money out of all the different gaming hobbies or wargaming strategy games. And yet they're continually raising their prices because they're saying that it's more difficult for them to get the materials, or it's difficult for them to build these things or sculpt these things. I think for the USA, it probably also has a lot to do with the taxation of the imports, because these are all coming from the UK, and the US normally gets the worst price increases. Like, they normally see it the worst, as opposed to, like, if I were to go to the UK tomorrow, I would find a lot of this stuff cheaper because it's based out of the UK. So, hey, Thomas Gilkman, what's going on, dude? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Any Warhammer 40k novel recommendations? Plenty. I would say run through the Sabbat Worlds Crusade. The Sabbat Worlds Crusade follows Gaunt, Commissar Gaunt, and Gaunt's Ghosts, which is his unit of men, and the Tanith First. That is probably, to me, from what I really enjoy, it's that military, really gritty, down to earth. You're on the ground level, first floor of the Warhammer universe, and you really get to see it through the eyes of human Imperial Guardsmen. So I love that aspect to it. There's a lot of heroism. There's a lot of betrayal. There's a lot of intrigue. There's a lot of, just gore and battle. So great start. Also, like Bruce said, the Eisenhorn series is fantastic. Take the charisma of James Bond, take the badassery of the Punisher, and you've got Gregor Eisenhorn. Who doesn't want to follow that character? So definitely look into Eisenhorn as well. If you also want to do just strictly Space Marine stuff, Battles of the Space Marines is a great series. You can follow books such as Battle of the Fang and Hell's Reach are my two favorite battles and my two favorite books of the series, of the Battles of the Space Marine series. So I would look into those. Both really, really good reads, and both really get you invested into the Space Marine factions and themselves. In terms of like other stuff like Tyranids, Chaos, Necrons, Xenos, whatever, I haven't read much of that, so I couldn't point you in the right direction. Sounds like they're hiking the prices on items aimed at those already addicted to the plastic crack. Well, Ben, interestingly enough that you say that, I was in one of my business classes the other night, and what they were saying is that 10%, well, because the class was like marketing and marketing analytics, and one of the things is that 10% of your customer base gives you about 80 to 90% of your revenue. Could you, so 10% of people are probably funding Games Workshop right now. Same thing with comic books. 10% of the comic book community are funding the comic book industry. And 80 to 90% of the comic book industry. Same thing with Games Workshop. And yet they're always trying to find, more newer people, newer audiences, modern audiences, younger audiences, and all this stuff. But their core fan base is that 10%. And that 10%, like you said, Ben, is probably most likely going to pay for the plastic crack. On my community tab, I just added some photos of my freshly painted Frost Giant skeleton. Ooh, sweet, man. I'll have to check it out. Got my first 40k model kit over a year ago and still haven't painted a single figure. Orc bro, do not feel bad, my friend. I must have thousands of dollars worth of models that are not even built. So I still have box sets on box sets that I still need to build. Yeah, the shitty jokes in the Marvel movies. Etsy is good for finding custom 3D printed figures. Agreed. Oh, he doesn't have it. That's why he has to kit bash his own chaplain. Okay, never mind. I thought he did have it. Oh well. There's some Warhammer audiobooks on YouTube go to check out. Absolutely, Soul. Good call. How do you spell Sabbat World Crusade or whatever Max said first? Jaden, I would honestly just look up Gaunt's Ghosts. G-A-U-T-S or G-A-U-N-T-S Ghosts. Like Casper the Ghost. Gaunt's Ghosts. And you will find the omnibus for it, and you can most likely find that book. So... Usually the business owners are unaware that's happening and have idiots handling the business. Oh boy. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to play that. So another thing that he talks, and then he this channel goes into Auspex Tactics, goes into some of the units that are going to be affected by this and the percent increase, and so, like in Canadian it's a 5%, but in US it's 6%. But then the last one that he goes over, like this box set, is a full 10% increase. And then when you look at some of the brushes, like some of the nice paint brushes, it's over 20% price increase. So yeah, it's my question is, does Games Workshop know that the US is having a period of inflation due to the pandemic and everything, basically creating money, creating millions and billions of dollars for individuals during the pandemic, literally just printing money? Like, there's going to be a recession and inflation period because of that. And I wonder if GW knows that or not. Because what we're seeing with like Marvel and a lot of films, whether it's DC or Marvel, or even just in comic books in general, is I feel like we're seeing a lot of people looking at this stuff and they're going, hey, this is a luxury item. This is not a necessity. Even I'm having to do it. Like this month in particular, I've been trying to save. So like each week I've been putting a certain amount of money into my savings and trying to just kind of, watch my spending. Because the reality of it is that a lot of the stuff that I buy, or a lot of the stuff that I want to buy, are luxury things. They are not in any way, shape, or form necessities. Marvel movies are a luxury item. Marvel comics, a luxury item. You can find, whether you want to download it on the 7 Cs or whatnot, like they are not necessities. And so I think people are starting to move away from that and looking at their wallets and saying, what is it that I truly want to spend my money on? The Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. Yeah. How do you spell? Read that one. What exactly is 40K? Is it a sci-fi supernatural mashup of a grimdark universe? Oh boy, that's a loaded question. 40K, if you want to break down what 40K is, it is the actual year that the universe takes place in. So 40K is the 40,000, or is 40,000 years into the future. So they are in the 41st millennium. And yes, it is a sci-fi take on what the universe will look like at that point in time. So the humanity is now governed by the Imperium of mankind, ruled by the Emperor. And so there's a whole backstory. There's all this lore. But yes, the 40K itself is the year in which this sci-fi setting takes place. Standard economics right there, yeah? for sure. They know the UK has also had... has the UK as well? I didn't know that, John. Interesting. If they say we're nearing a recession means we're already in one. Soon Warhammer going to cost a full carton of eggs. Hey, you know what they say? The biggest forms of currency right now are eggs and Taylor Swift tickets. There's a totally off topic, and I'm so sorry. There's a girl in one of my business classes, and she got Taylor Swift tickets, which is like it's very rare, I guess, because one of her shows were like sold out in like a millisecond, and so one of the girls in my class got tickets to the Taylor Swift thing, and she was like, it emptied my bank account. So yeah, I mean, eggs and Taylor Swift tickets and Games Workshop models now. They're going to raise their prices until they start seeing significant drops. The reality is their goal is to reach margins. Their costs went up, so their MSRP went up. They might be using it as an excuse for their own increases. 40K Theories has an amazing series for beginners here on YouTube. Oh yeah, there are plenty of YouTube channels that will go into the beginners aspect of 40K stuff. So I can assure you their costs have gone up. The price for aluminum has increased. Wood is outrageously expensive. Shipping costs have also increased rather drastically. And that's, yeah, and thank you, Josh, because that's kind of what I imagine. I mean, I would probably think that it's mainly shipping stuff, but if you're saying it's also the materials as well, in terms of, as the UK would call it, aluminum and then wood and whatnot, yeah, I don't know. Have you dipped into the Age of Sigmar side of Warhammer Max? You know, I've been collecting some of the models. I like some of the, like, I love the Bretonnians. I love Beasts of War, Beasts of Chaos. Beasts of Chaos was probably, I think, my very first army of all time, and I really enjoyed the Armies of Darkness, Slaves to Darkness. So I have some Slaves to Darkness box sets. I have their codex, and then I also have some Beastmen. The Beastmen, the Beasts of Chaos, and the Slaves to Darkness, those guys are like prime fantasy Warhammer. But in terms of Age of Sigmar stuff, I have some Stormcast Eternals. I think they look cool, but I would never actually play. I think if I were to play, I'd definitely go 40k. I'm on the third book of the Horus Heresy, Galaxy in Flames. Only 60 more books to go, but it's totally worth it. I know, dude. Horus Heresy, God bless your soul. To those who are reading the Horus Heresy, you got a while. I'd be judging that Taylor Swift chick like I judge the people who say their goal in life is to be on The Bachelor or Bachelorette. No, she's really cool. I actually like her. She's super sweet, involved in the church and everything. Like, she's down to earth. I can believe that everything has increased. Emptied entire bank account for Taylor Swift. One question, why? Hey, some people like her music, you know what I mean? I emptied my bank account for Post Malone, and I didn't even get to see him because the pandemic canceled his show. And then I emptied my wallet for As I Lay Dying, one of their tours. So, you know, everyone's got their thing. Let's go back here for a moment. I'm going to get out of here. So that was kind of the price update that I wanted to give you guys a heads up on. And that's kind of what I saw, and what, you know, if you guys are looking to get some Warhammer models, I don't want to say don't get it from Games Workshop, but I would also say if you look on Amazon, you may be able to find them at a more affordable price. So probably go to Amazon. You can get it for like 20% off. So just, you know, just Max trying to, you know, I want to try and save you guys money if I can. And unfortunately, Games Workshop doesn't make it easy all the time, but I also want to support, you know, they've made some pretty awful decisions, and they've, you know, cast out fans before. I don't think they're in full, you know, we hate the fans mode yet, but they've gotten close. I want to support something that has been given me, that has given me fantastic models for decades now. And so If I can buy the models from them, I will. If I can buy them from Amazon, though, like the Cajun box set, I bought from Amazon, full disclosure, because it was way cheaper, you know, instead of $230, you know, with plus shipping and everything, or $230 including shipping, it was like $170, and that's including shipping. You know what I mean? So we're talking a full, like almost $60 difference sometimes, depending on where you're getting it. So, hey, do I see Dr. Rachel in here? Yeah, trying to save you guys money so you can buy eggs, which is a necessity, whereas Games Workshop is not a necessity. Hey, Dr. Rachel, great to see you. Thank you for being here. My advice, find an independent 40k gaming club if you can, then you can set agreed rule and play older versions if you want. That's what I do. Love it, Jay. Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree that like 5th edition and stuff like that are classic ways of playing the game. And sometimes it can be more fun, sometimes it can be easier, sometimes it can be more challenging. But I think, yeah, being able to find a place where you can play in a good environment is a lot of fun. You can find some on eBay they may need some repainting. You can find some if they're used. So, lovely to see you, Dr. Rachel, and thank you for being here. Thank you for being our resident expert on psychology and human emotion. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up our next topic, which is MCU hype, MCU in full effect. Ant-Man Quantumanium is the best film in the world. We love it so much. Oh my god. Supergirl is next, and the Flash trailer was the best thing ever. We're going to go over that one next. But did I wake up Gideon? No, I didn't. He is still fast asleep, even after me shilling like a Funko Pop collecting fan. Where's my... There we go. Let's take a look. Oh, Josh, no. This Taylor Swift girl, really nice, Christian. Nudge. No. My eyes are only for you, Josh. Or for Tina. Max, don't hate Taylor Swift. She'll just break up with you and write a song about it. At what? Okay, for real. At what point do we start blaming Taylor? You know what I mean? Like, if you're making your entire career based off of the bad decisions that you've made, or men that have broken your heart, or like relationships that haven't worked out, at what point do you have to go, I think it might be me, you know? At what point do you have to go, maybe I'm the one who should be taking a look at them? I don't know. Rod. Hello, Rod. He says, what is this? Well, this is Max's Man Cave. Welcome. This is a live stream that I do every Sunday night. And right now we're about to go over some MCU stuff. So, some funny reviews. But I don't know if you guys saw this, but February 15th, so what, a few days ago? Yeah, exactly, Jay. Oh my god, I'm so hyped for this hype, for reals, oh my god. Yeah, so as you guys have seen, the Rotten Tomatoes score from reviewers, and take Rotten Tomatoes with a grain of salt, you can tell, like, Rotten Tomatoes can be used for anything. It can be used because people hate the movie or because people love the movie. Like, whatever your political talking point is, or whatever your like artistic talking point is, you can make Rotten Tomatoes talk for whatever it is that you want to, you know, portray. Same thing with statistics. You can always find a statistic or an article that talks about whatever it is that you want to you know, portray, or what your talking points are. So, what's the Taylor Swift song about Max going to be called? It's going to be called Silkies, Ben. And then it'll be talking about how he never took off his silkies, and she was very distraught. MCU is doing so well that there's a rumor going around that Feige is leaving. Oh boy. I really... It's down to 47% now. Oh, wow. Tied with the much better Eternals. Oh, 47%? Dude, the last time I checked, it was like a 53%. So yeah, critics are not liking it, but audience scores are up. Audience scores are at like an 80 or something, I believe. So, night, Jaden. Have a great night, brother. Thanks for swinging by. So, she liked makeup looks. He liked comic books. Ooh, there you go, Rachel. That is the next Taylor Swift song. There you go. Yeah, Nomi, did someone say Silkies? 50 minutes in, so that's a fail for you, Josh. Oh no, maybe I did. Maybe I talked about something that was the inside joke. Yeah, buddy, grunt style Silkies are the best, man. They feel fantastic. The Ranger panties are what's up. So yeah, the audience scores seem to be doing much better than expected, but if you look at some of the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes by, like, you know, I guess it's called verified reviewers, you can see that some of them are from individuals who have like a random name, no picture, and they just go, best movie ever, and then it's like 5 stars. And then you look at reviews that are critiquing it, and it'll be like 1 star, and it'll be like, these are the reasons why I don't think Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is a bad movie, or is not a good movie. And they'll go into their list of reasonings, and then the next comment or the next review will be like, 5 stars, I loved it. And so they're not actually writing a review, they're just rating it. So I think a lot of people have been saying that this has been positively review bombed, quote unquote, which is funny because others would deny that. But if you agree that there can be something as review bombing, where it's like negative review bombing, then wouldn't it be possible for bots to positive review bomb something, or Marvel shills to possibly positively review something? So in this case, I tweeted this out a few days back. It's going to be titled Silkies, and she's going to sing about how your silkies are why she had trouble leaving you. Yeah. I did summon Nomi. Quantumanium was okay. At least it finally furthered the plot a little bit and didn't feel super disconnected from everything. Says Chris. And then Josh says I failed. Yeah, you guys are going to have to let me know the inside joke. Nomi's equivalent is Silkies to like my poor choices boobs comment. I've been listening to the stream, currently packing up to move to a new place. Hey, congrats on moving to a new place. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you like the new area. Oh no, Josh says, fuck you, Max, you let me down. I'm going to have to hear about it from Jay and Daddy Zaxx. Oh no, now he's daddy, eh? Review bombs work both ways. If you admit one can happen, then so can the other. Exactly. I think that's only fair, right? Well, shoot, Josh, you're going to have to let me know. Was it just the fact that I was shilling, or I was pretending to shill for MCU? Or was it the fact that I'm talking about Ant-Man Quantumania? Because we knew that I was going to talk about it at some point. But yeah, so this is the joke, is that I basically posted this on Twitter saying when satire becomes reality. Because one of the reviews that was posted, and I still cannot tell, and this is why it's so sad now, because I can't tell if these reviews are legitimate or if they are a troll, if they're a legitimate troll. But this review has 4 stars. It says, a true movie. For sure. The best MCU film since Wakanda Forever. And why that's funny is because there haven't been any other Marvel films since Wakanda Forever. And by far the greatest thing so far in Phase 5, which is also funny because this is the start of Phase 5, so it's the only film in Phase 5. Jonathan Majors is Kang. And you're going to want to watch... This is my favorite part. You are going to want to watch this on a screen. I would assume so. I mean, I don't know what else you would watch it on. Marvel has done it again. So I was joking about that, and I thought that was pretty funny. But then I remembered that a while ago on February 6th, so we're talking like 2 weeks ago, right? This guy, Keezy Cinema, he posted this as a joke. This was meant to be satirical. Like, very satirical. Like, it is openly satirical. And he goes, not only the best MCU movie of Phase 5, but the best MCU movie period since Wakanda Forever. So that's why I was like, is this the same guy? Like, could it be the same post? And then he goes, Paul Rudd is Ant-Man, and Jonathan Majors definitely is Kang. So, like I said, it's the same thing. Jonathan Majors is Kang, but just altered a little bit. And then he says, Peyton Reed directs, and the VFX are visual. It's definitely a movie that plays in theaters. And he was poking fun at what the reviews were going to probably sound like. He was poking fun at the satirical nature of what Marvel reviews have become, which is sad because it also feels like the Marvel films have like dumbed us down as a fan base. It's made us more intellectually, it's declined our intellectual nature on how to criticize and view films, which to me is a little bit sad. Because like the fact is that some people saw this and thought that it was a real review. So like if you looked at some of the comments down here, like they were like, oh my God, Jonathan Majors, I'm so excited. And he's like, it's a joke. Like, did you not get it? So that's why this is tough for me to go, is this a joke or was this a troll on Rotten Tomatoes? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Do you guys think that this is a joke, or do you guys think that this was an actual, that someone legitimately posted this as a review, trying to actually praise the film? Here's my review. I went to... I lost it. So here's my review. I went to cinema which served alcohol. Not even 2 large martinis could save the movie. Congrats on the move, Nomi. Yep. Kind of scary. How's the East Palestine accent airflow be? Oh gosh, I haven't heard anything about that, brother. Sorry. Oh, Max, you sweet summer child. Yeah, I'm missing it, Zaxx. I don't know. Or should I call you Daddy now? Are you just Big Daddy Zaxx? Don't forget how protected Captain Marvel was, almost like it was paid to be protected. Almost. Makes you think, Orc, bro. Makes you think. And then what's going to happen when The Marvels comes out? It's going to be the same song and dance all over again. It's going to be, fat chuds in their mom's basement are review bombing The Marvels. And it's like, oh boy, here we go again. Nothing new. These people have no ability to... actually take on criticism and actually take responsibility for like what they're putting out. Don't think I didn't notice. Oh no. I've unfortunately seen way too many people try to make this review joke. Oh, so Josh, you think that this is mostly a joke then? When Jonathan Majors said he's all of the Kangs, chills. Jennifer Lawrence was the best Kang first. It's so hard to differentiate truth from trolling these days. And I think that's the thing for me, is like, obviously this was a joke by KZ Cinema, or KZ TV, like February 6th. This was like weeks before the movie even came out. And he was poking fun at what the reviews were going to be. Like super clear, dry and cut. And like he even said in the comment section below, he's like, this is a joke, this is satirical, it's poking fun at those reviews. But then when this came out on the 15th, literally like 9 days later, I'm thinking, is this the same guy? Are we entering the world of reality that is just mimicking satire? So I've seen at least 15 people make this joke on Twitter or on Rotten Tomatoes. Because on Twitter it makes sense. Because once people once people saw this comment or this tweet, they probably went like, oh, that's funny, like I'm gonna do the same thing. But I'm talking about like the Rotten Tomatoes review. Like I have no idea whether this is a joke or not. Hail, chat, and Max, what's up, Flaccid? Good to see you, brother. Fantastic stream the other night. Sorry I wasn't able to watch the entire thing, but it sounded like you stole one of my diversity hires, so... But I'm glad that you guys were able to hang out. He's the most notorious man on the internet now. Oh, on Twitter. Okay. Yeah, and that tracks. I mean, that makes sense. That's what I'm thinking as well. But speaking of MCU. Oh, it was from actual critics. Interesting. Want to hear a joke? Zaxx's YouTube channel. Josh is better than MVP. The question is, though, Flaccid, is Josh better than MVPness? MVPness is peak max. He is like, he's god tier level max. Is Josh better than MVPness? That's the real question that we have to ask. The thing is, some people will make a comment where you can't tell if it's a troll or not, but after they receive a bunch of hate, then they comment saying they were just trolling to save face. So yeah, sometimes you do see that when someone clearly makes a statement that is against the recent download of the MPC, like, you know, hard drive or whatever, or if someone makes a statement that's very cut and dry and doesn't seem to be like a joke, sometimes they'll either move the goalposts or they'll what's the word I'm looking for? They'll walk back their comment and they'll go, whoa, that's not what I meant at all. You know, I was joking. Or like, oh, you guys can't see a joke? Wow, whatever. Like, you guys don't understand what a joke is. And that is the most disingenuous shit ever. I hate seeing shit like that where people walk back their argument or they move the goalposts and they're like, it's just a joke, bro. It's like, no. MVPness is GOAT. MVPness is better than everybody. Well, my version of MVPness is McDizzy. Ooh. Josh, do you have a picture of McDizzy, though? Because MVPness has come to the chat. Everyone has seen a picture of MVPness. Yes, thank you. They backtrack. Exactly, Rachel. Hey, Ash, good to see you. Thank you for being here tonight. So yeah, like I said, speaking of MCU, oh my god, MCU hype. I know I'm joking and making a goofy voice. However, Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy, y'all. MVPness gets all the ladies. Maybe. Did he, though, in college? Or was he seen as just a fat offensive lineman? McDizzy is literally what my friends and former coworkers used to call me when I hit party mode. Oh, so it's like Frank the Tank. So Josh, your like alter ego is like Frank the Tank, McDizzy, doing keg stands and shit. Okay. Backpedaling. Thank you. Yep, that's another great term for it. Josh McDonald, he can't hang with us. He is getting a little clingy. Might need to block Max. Yeah, Josh, let's see some McDizzy pics, dude. Come on. You know, you being the most notorious man on the internet now, and people are just trying to schedule you left and right for all these live streams. I don't know, man. You're gonna have to give the people what they want. But yeah, so here's a hot take for you guys. You guys never expected this, right? But here's my hot take. And this will probably get me in a lot of hot water, but whatever, because I'm not an NPC. I'm not just full of stupid arguments and dumb takes or whatever. I think that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be better than The Flash. I think it will be a better film overall. I think so here's the thing though. I think Flash will make more money. I think it will get better reviews, and I think it will have a larger opening weekend than Guardians of the Galaxy. However, I think I will probably enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy 3 more, and I think it may be a better film in terms of writing, acting, story. But that's just my take. I don't know. How are you guys feeling? I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer during the Super Bowl, and it was fine. It was fine. There was nothing that like stood out to me that I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be the best MCU film ever. Like Gamora is the best this ever. Like, no, I'm excited to see what they do. I think it's going to hit everyone in the feels really, really hard. And I think for a lot of people, it will probably make them cry. Guardians has been known to get rid of some characters, like in the second one, Yondu. That was an emotional moment. Like, Star-Lord is losing his father, essentially. 2 of his fathers. Star-Lord lost his mother in the first film. Rocket Raccoon has gone through these surgeries and these like implants and this torture, and everyone has gone through some sort of pain. But one of the things that Rocket says is like, listen, everyone's got fucked up shit in their lives. Are we going to sit around, are we going to cry about it, or are we going to do something about it? There's so many emotional moments within the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, not franchise, but like film set, that I think really hit you in the feels, that I think that they're going to do it again. And I think James Gunn is going to write something great here to really, solidify everything and finalize everything and wrap it up in a nice little present, gift it to us, and then he's gone, and then he's out to DC. But before he goes, I think he really had an investment in these characters, and I think he's going to want to do them well, or do them right. And because of that, like I said, I think I'm more anticipating this film than I am The Flash. By far. I couldn't give 2 fucks about The Flash. And that's coming from someone who openly talks about how tired and apathetic I am towards the MCU. This is from a guy who is adamant about how frustrated I am with the MCU and with Disney Marvel and with these stupid fucking corporate decisions and these lame ass, lazy decisions to go with certain stories or characters or, whatever. That's coming from me saying that I'm more anticipating Guardians than I am The Flash. So, Flash is relying heavily on the Batman aspect. Not just Keaton, but we're talking Batfleck. We're talking potentially another Batman. We're not sure yet. But it's definitely going to rely heavily on the member berries, and I think it's going to really key jangle a little bit. But Keaton, you know what I mean? Like, I can't argue that. Keaton. You just need to say one word, Keaton. And people will put their butts in the seats. I think Josh made a great point the other day on one of the live streams, basically saying that in The Flash, you have a lot of different aspects. You have the Snyder fans, because you have Sasha Calle, Supergirl, and you have Zod coming back from like Man of Steel, Zack Snyder era stuff. So you're going to get Snyder fans there. You have Keaton coming back, so you're going to get all the old farts and all the like curmudgeon-y guys that are like, my only Batman is Keaton Batman. You're going to get those guys in the movie. You're going to get the weird SJWs who love Ezra Miller. You're going to get them in the movie theater. You're going to, and then Batfleck. You're going to get more Snyder fans for Batfleck. Like, it has all these different fan bases that are going to go watch this movie because of all the different characters. And like I said in the live stream on Comic Aficionados, like, the guy who made this trailer, who edited this trailer together, is a fucking god tier level editor. Because he essentially made an entire fan base who was apathetic towards DC all of a sudden have a huge boner for everything that DC is doing ever. And this can do no wrong. This will be the best movie in the world. You know? And he did that in a 1-minute trailer at the Super Bowl. Like, Jesus, dude. That's incredible. He made the trailer look so... like he made people anticipate this trailer so much. And now he's, you know, whoever edited this thing, guy or girl, they're going to make fans anticipate this film even more. Flash looks like a 4 out of 10. Guardians looks like a 5.5 out of 10. I'm not really motivated to go see either. Both are failing grades, Rachel. So, I mean, yeah. I feel you. But the thing is, I don't think fans are going to feel this way on the 4 out of 10 and 5 out of 10. I think fans are going to love both Guardians and Flash. I think we're going to see that. But more so Flash. Guardians will more than likely be better, but I feel both are not going to be good. Honestly, I think Flash looks like garbage, says Chris. I think people more excited for Guardians than Flash. You think so, Ash? I don't know. Josh says, I don't know. I think Guardians may make more money. Josh, for real? No way, dude. There's no way that Guardians would make more. Like I said, I don't know it. I don't know the correct answers. This is just from a guy speculating from the outside, right? Or from the outside into the industry and trying to see into the future. But I mean, Josh, you said it yourself, man. You have so many different fans coming to see The Flash. Maybe I was reading Twitter wrong, but the night that the Flash trailer dropped, Twitter was just a cesspool of abundant bots and shill, you know, Funko popping fans, just shilling for this thing. Josh, Daddy Zaxx better call it, because I did provoke him. Give us the McDeezy. I feel like watch Guardians, I need to watch Thor Love and Vomit, and I don't want to. That's fair. Movie still has Ezra. Exactly, Soul. That's why I don't want to support it either. It's got this guy. Who wants to support like a literal felon, a criminal, someone who has been found guilty of like multiple crimes within the past like 5 years. But do any of those fan bases outnumber the pissed off Henry Cavill fans? I think not. Ooh, good point, Jay. That I'm not sure. But don't you know, Jay, everyone is going to praise Sasha Calle's Supergirl. She's the bestest ever. She's better than Henry Cavill's Superman. By the way, the only reason why I'm good at that voice is because a lot of people talk like that here. So, give us Val Kilmer Batman. Hey, maybe he might show up. Maybe he won't. I don't know. I'm honestly not interested in any of it. I'm just tired. Ben, you and I see eye to eye, my man. You and I see eye to eye. I feel you, dude. Like I said, apathy has fully set in with a lot of this stuff for me. But if we are going to take something from both of these trailers, whether it's Guardians or Flash, I gotta give it to Guardians. You know, like at least the film. I don't think the trailer was necessarily better, but I think the film, if I were to be excited for one or the other, right? But no, I'm right there with you, man. The apathy has for sure set in. I hope Drax dies so I don't have to watch Batista butcher his character anymore, says Chris. Dude, I feel you, man. It's sad. It's also how they've written Drax, you know what I mean? Like, sure, Batista probably plays him to a certain degree, but like, it's also how Gunn has written Drax, so Flash is relying. Okay, I got all that. Max is too good at the Valley Girl voice. I know it a little bit too well. All the Amber Heard stands will probably go flock to support Ezra. Yeah. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? I'm just tired of the universe hopping hoping to justify member berries, 95% CGI action sequence to cover up for the lack of real acting, political correctness messages. There's a lot of that. And that's on both sides, MCU and DCU. I'm not watching Flash because of Ezra, not even worth sailing the high 7 seas for it. Feel ya, Orc bro. I feel you, dude. Yeah. Sailing the 7 seas for this might not even be worth it. I expect Guardians to have at least 2 deaths, maybe 3. It's going to be one of those big impact movies. Ooh. Josh, can you say who you think it is in the comment or in the chat? I'm very interested now. I mean, we've seen Star-Lord screaming, and it looks like he's in some sort of medical bay, and so that could be a potential death. We see also, I think it's Nebula maybe holding Star-Lord as like Star-Lord's fainted or dead, who knows? So that could be number 2. I don't know, man. Like, because if Star-Lord dies, who is there to carry the rest of the Guardians, right? So it would have to be someone like it'd have to be someone like impactful, like someone that people really love, like a Rocket. You know, like I think fans probably love Rocket more than they love, I don't know, Nebula or something. So would they kill off Rocket? Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say, but Funko popping is a great term. Funko Pop collecting or Funko popping is my term for, like, I guess normies, if you want to call it that. It's something that's funny for me because, like, I never want to insult someone who's just a casual viewer, but the people who shill is kind of what I reference when I talk about like Funko Pop collecting or Funko popping. Oh, Adam Warlock. Well, see, the thing with they missed Adam Warlock in the Infinity Saga series. Like, that was a crime not to have Adam Warlock and Silver Surfer in the Infinity Gauntlet series. Like, that is your Infinity Gauntlet series. Those 2 characters are what make that series. And they just were like, nah, we're good. The way Gunn wrote Drax is a reason why I wasn't head over heels when he took over the DC films. Oh, gotcha. The Woad Warrior. Semper Fi to you, brother. Hail. Thanks for being here. Yeah, he's been written very deer in the headlights, kind of ditzy. I feel that. Honestly, I probably won't see the movie either. Understandable. Guardians trailer does nothing for me. Gunn ruined the characters for me. Says Monopoly. Hey, no, like I said, I totally understand y'all's sentiments here. Because you guys know me. I feel very apathetic about this stuff, but I do have at least some hope in Guardians, but we'll see if they do anything. It's MCU. Yeah, no, I guess you could say that Gamora will lead the Guardians after this. Max stays in Cali because he says he wants a conservative Christian woman, but secretly he only likes those woke Valley girls. And that's why he's got the voice down perfect. Because I spend so much time with them, I hang out with them and try and date them. Is that what you're saying, Rachel? Rocket and Drax will die, maybe Peter too. If so, Gamora takes lead of the team. Woad Warrior, I see, that's kind of where I'm going. I'm thinking that as well. Rocket is a fan favorite. Drax would probably be, sad. And Peter would be like Star-Lord would be the biggest oh shit moment. But notice what we're doing. Wait, let me see. Can I let me go back to my. They're killing off all the men. Are we going to see peak MCU if they're killing off all the dudes? I don't know. It would be sad if that were the case. But yeah, I mean, if we look at that as a possibility, I don't know. Let's just make fun of everyone that collects statues. Okay, you fuck off, Flaccid. Then that means that you would have to. That means that you'd have to make fun of your co-host of the other Flaccid, because he is also a statue collector. So get out of here. You don't know what you're talking about. You probably have Funko Pops hidden behind you, which is why you have your screen turned off. You have a wall of Funko Pops behind you that you don't want to show. I'm suspecting that Rachel, he secretly dreams of being a day at home. No. Adam Warlock is one of my faves. I have his first appearance. Oh. Or his first appearance, and was so disappointed when he wasn't in Endgame. Oh, God, yeah. They had to replace him with Brie Larson. I don't think that voice is Woke Valley Girls, more like Woke Valley Men. Quote unquote men. Yeah, maybe. But what is a man? Says Rachel. What is a man? What is a woman, Rachel? What is a woman? So I did want to, I also wanted to bring this up. Let me see if I can find it for you guys, because this was a fantastic video, and it kind of plays into what we've been talking about with MCU and DCU stuff, and it was really, really well spoken by Critical Drinker, who you all know and love. He recently had a live stream, and he does the drinker like after hours, or the, let's see, yeah, here we go, the open bar live stream. So if you guys watched this one, this was brilliant. Critical Drinker and Robert Meyer Burnett, and Mahler and Dave were all just, I mean, I don't know why, but as I was watching this, it was like magic happened. And I know that sounds sappy, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but there was a synergy, there was an energy, there was this focus that everyone was on that day when they were discussing this stuff that really resonated with me, and I hope it resonated with a lot of other people, because all these guys on the screen are so highly involved within the fandom, within the fellowship, within this family of like collecting and nerd stuff, and you know, this hobby and this storytelling medium of whether it's comic books or movies or what have you, that whenever they speak with such passion and such like relevance and such like fervency, I guess is what I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway, what they were basically talking about during this point in the stream is Star Trek has come out with a new season and people are praising it. You know, well, maybe not praising it, but they're saying it's good. I haven't watched any of the new Star Trek, so I can't speak to that. But what I can speak to is the discussion that they were having afterwards, which was basically, in fewer words, do we as customers, as lovers of this stuff, do we continue to support people who put out, you know, TV shows, movies, comic books, Warhammer models? Do we continue to support those corporations that have constantly shit on us as the fan, even if they make something good? And there were a lot of other nuanced questions in there, but it was a really interesting discussion. Basically what it comes down to is you have something like the MCU, which continually has been putting out lackluster things within the past few years within Marvel Phase 4. Specifically like something like She-Hulk, where they are antagonizing fans, and they're saying we don't want fans like this, or you know, the fans are a bunch of chuds, or we wanted to dunk on the fans. Another one being like Loki. Like the writer of Loki was saying she had never written a comic book before. Even like Marvel, like Disney Marvel Comics, the publisher, Marvel Comics doesn't like to hire, or maybe was it Star Wars? Either way, they were saying that they don't like to hire people with prior knowledge to that thing, whether it's comic books or Star Wars or you know, Marvel, because they feel that oh, is my man QBG in the chat? Hey yo, what's up, QBG? Good to see you, dude. I was looking for you. I was like, where'd you go? Hail, brother. Good to see you. Hey, QBG, you and I need to get on that Time Crisis hype again, brother. We're coming to Vegas soon. You and I need to get on those guns. We need to hit up that Time Crisis, yo. That arcade game was super fun. So, dude, thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up. Love having you in the chat, and I miss you, man. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, hail! Shout out to QBG. And Woad Warrior, I 100% agree with you. Coheed fucking rules, brother. Coheed is my favorite band of all time, and yeah, one among the one. Oh my god, I can't talk. One among the fence, baby. One among the fence. If Rachel says if they can't define women, they can't define man. And if they can't define man, then how can they kill them all off? Oh, interesting, Rachel. How about male presenting? I've been got, boys. I'm drowning in Funkos. MVP gonna say as if when he sees the Warhammer prices. At least we still get the grim darkness of the far future where there's only war. Hail, Woad Warrior. Hail to that. Nomi says, yo, Time Crisis is my shit. QBG says, we gotta destroy Time Crisis too. Hey, chat, little do you know, though, QBG was feeding me coins on Time Crisis because I kept dying. So I'd be like hitting my target, and then I'd die, and then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I don't have any more coins. And he'd be like, just take the fucking coins, and we were just like throwing them into the machine. But it was a lot of fun. I think we beat it. We might have gotten to the end, I think. But by the end of that, QBG, I was fucking sweating, man. Yeah, Woad Warrior, dude, if you didn't know, QBG and I actually did a Coheed stream way back in the day. At the beginning of my channel, we did a Coheed stream probably about a year ago, and we just were gushing over it. So, yeah, it was a ton of fun, man. And I recently saw Coheed in San Diego for their most recent tour. And dude, it was incredible. Window into the Waking Mind tour. It may have been my best experience seeing them live. It was incredible. So, yeah, no, Woad Warrior, that's rad, man. I had no idea that you were a Coheed fan as well. Hail to all that are one among the fence. I love it. So, kind of back to this point of what we were discussing earlier, which is the concept of what do we do when a company or when a corporation has outwardly expressed their hatred or their dislike or their antagonistic views towards a fan base? When they actually create something good, do we praise it? You know, do we see it for what it is, and do we critique it and say, this is a good piece of content, this is a good piece of art? Or is the cause of trying to win this culture war too important for us to say, it doesn't matter if it's something good or not, we still have to stay strong against a corporation that hates us? And I think that's the question that a lot of these guys were talking about. And of course, on the stream, they were talking about it much more elegantly than I ever could. But that was kind of what I was getting the gist of. Do you have any pics or video of that concert, Max? I do, Dr. Rachel. It's actually on my members stream. So not on my members stream, but on my members profile. So if you guys are a member, if you want to subscribe to any of the member tiers, one of the videos I highlight is my Coheed concert that I went to a few months back with John, the creative blue collar guy. He's also a YouTuber here. And he and I went down to San Diego, saw Coheed. And yeah, so I have some of the concert footage up on the member side of things. I think I may have shown them in a live stream once before, but yeah, you guys can go check that out. Yes, Claudio is a freaking genius. Also because what's great is that the medium of music meshed with the medium of comic books, because the Amory Wars and Coheed and Cambria are actually a part of the comic book. So I just love how the two meshed together and created this band. And, you know, the music and the band and the albums are all centered around the comic book and the story that Claudio has created. So really, it's a beautiful art form. And what they've created is something like nothing else. So with that being said, yeah, sorry, you guys keep, I can talk about Coheed all night long, so you keep derailing me. I apologize. But so to answer the question here, that I think what these guys were discussing the other night on Drinker Stream, I think that despite the culture war, despite a company completely telling its fan base to go fuck off and to go, you know, touch grass or whatever they want to say, I think if a piece of content or a piece of art comes out, like a TV show or a movie or a comic book, I think that we do have to praise it. I think that if we don't, then what is this all for, right? And I think Gary said that in one of his streams a while back as well, is what is this all for if not to try and get to a state where Hollywood, where publishing companies, where video game companies have come to a place where they start making great stories again and start respecting the fans and the customers again. And I think that is very telling, because there are some people who will say, no matter what the company does, we can't praise it because they hate us. But then the company is just going to do whatever the fuck they want because they're like, well, then we can't make you happy. We'll never make you happy. So why should we be kowtowing to you? Why should we be trying to make something for you? But if we keep talking about this stuff and calling it out and saying this is bad storytelling or bad character development, that by the time they do come out with something that's great, by the time that they do come out with something that's beautiful or well done or well crafted or passionate, and we say, this is what we've been looking for, this is what we wanted all along, then hopefully that organization or that corporation or that production company, whoever it is, hopefully they will take the hint at that point and say, this is what we need to be doing. The fans have responded well to this. The fans have we've finally earned the respect of the fans that we've been trying to get all these years. We need to keep going with this strategy. And if we don't do that, then they're just going to keep doing the same bullshit that they've always done, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of my thoughts on it. What do you guys think? Did you guys see this stream? Do you feel the same way? Is there something that, if y'all see a good piece of content, or if y'all see a fantastic piece of art from some place that has told you, we don't want your money, or, good, we don't want you here, or, we don't like your type of fan here, are you still going to support them? Are you still going to say that this is a good piece of content? It's a tough question, and it's really one that I think that we have to address now, because, like I said, if Guardians of the Galaxy 3 comes out and it's really great, I don't think it will be really great. I think it will be good. I think it will be fine. But say it comes out and it's just fucking brilliant, and it's everything that we've been looking for, and it feels like Iron Man 1 from 2008, and it feels like peak, like phase 1 MCU. Are we not going to praise that? Because if we don't, then Marvel's going to be like, you guys have been pestering us for years, and we finally did what y'all wanted, and you're not, and you still don't like it. It's a good question, and it's a tough conversation, but John Baker says makes perfect sense, and for it's worse. I agree. I refuse to beg for content from Disney and related properties. Orkbro, we already did Spider-Man No Way Home happen, and MCU is still MCU. Spider-Man No Way Home was not a great film. It was fan service, but it wasn't a good film, and it wasn't good storytelling. I had fun, and it was, you know, a step in the right direction, but it was also Sony, you know, because Sony, I think, owns most of the rights to Spider-Man. So I don't know. The Woad Warrior, their music inspired me working on a novel with that helping with plot points. I'll stop gushing about it. I agree we should support creators course correcting with good content. That's the word I think these guys used a lot, and thank you, Woad Warrior. Course correcting. When these corporations and these organizations start course correcting and start to try and change their tune, you know, what is going to happen? But yes, no, dude, Woad Warrior, Coheed inspired me too. I would say that they're the most influential thing, or at least one of the most influential things in my life that kind of took me from being in you know, just an average kid who, you know, didn't really listen to music all that much, to an individual who respected the art form of music and really like sunk headfirst into comic books, music, movies, like the arts in general. They had a huge impact on that. That's a good point. If we want things to change, then we should praise works we enjoyed and hope that leads companies to care. Especially if, and here's the thing, Rachel, to that as well, especially if these organizations or companies only want profit. Like, say, you know, some bigwig producer, he's like, listen, I'll only change my course, I'll only change my tune when I see more profit coming in, when I see more revenue coming in. Well, the way that they're going to do that is better storytelling, but they don't know that. I don't know if a lot of people know that. But with comic books, what I like to say and what I like to show is if a comic is good, go out and support that shit like as much as you can. Buy as many copies as you possibly can of that single comic book, because it's going to support the creators, one, but it's also showing the company that this book fucking rocks and all the other ones suck. You know what I mean? Because like Marvel releases 80 plus comic books a month, and maybe one of them might be good, at least in my opinion, not like for my standards of what I want to read. And so if that one comic is good, I'm going to buy more copies of that to show them on their revenue sheet, on their profit sheet, when they get the Excel sheet and they get all the numbers and they see what books are selling. If they see that one book is selling like fucking fire, they're going to go, I wonder what made this do well. And hopefully they have the wherewithal to understand why it's doing well, which would probably be its storytelling. But if not, well, that'll be a different conversation. But if they do see that, then what we're doing works. Then by us praising something that is good will work by showing them these are the things that we want to see, and we're going to put our money towards it, right? So at least that's my kind of metaphor into the comic book stuff as well as like movies or whatnot. Not to be weird, but why do you have a full back massage video recommendation of a lady in a bikini bottom? What? Nomi says, not to be weird, but why do you have a full back massage video recommendation of a lady? Oh, this? Oh, I have no idea. Here, let me get that off. There you go. Much better. The YouTube algorithm is odd. Very odd. Max is over here buying Mary Jane and Black Cat. No, that book sucks. Even though I do love Black Cat. It's sad to say, but I do love her. The Woad Warrior just became a member. Hey, Woad Warrior dude, thank you so much. Thank you for becoming a member, my friend. Great to see all you fine ladies and gents being part of Max's Man Cave and becoming part of the Shieldwall. So thanks again, brother. That is very kind of you. Let's give a round of applause. We have 2 new members tonight, so hail to the new members, Woad Warrior and Orc. What was it? Where'd you go, brother? Orc Bro. Thank you guys for becoming members. Memberooskies. Sony basically wants a paycheck to let other people do the work. Yeah, that's a good point. Story-wise, the Spider-Man films are all Disney, Marvel. They are negotiations pertaining to writers, directors, but it's 99% Marvel. Oh, all right. Interesting. Maybe that's why the film still wasn't that great, Josh? I don't know. I'll praise them when they do things well. Whether I like it or not, they're in charge of huge property that I'm passionate about. All I can do is watch and respond appropriately. Chris, and that honestly is probably the most genuine and authentic way of responding to art, right? If they do it well, you respond well to it. If they do something shitty, you respond in turn. You know, like to do anything other than that would be not as truthful, I guess. Kyle, not Kevin. Yo, what's going on, dude? Thanks for being here. It's good to see you. Yeah, hopefully I'm talking to Kyle and not Kevin, because Kevin, I know, is the Funko popping, you know, no beard having MCU fan. No, he says Robert Meyer Burnett is the man. I think it's important to praise what deserves to be praised. Amen, Kyle. Amen. And thanks for being here again, man. It's always good seeing you. Cajun has to head to bed. Good night, brother. Have a great rest of the night and have a good week. Max, you have 10 McDizzy pics in your Twitter inbox. Oh no, Josh. Oh my lord. Oh gosh. Maybe we'll have to do a specific members only video for your McDizzy photos. I give money to MVP even though he trashes me and hates every fiber of my being, says Flaccid. That's not true. I called you out because you thought that my statue collecting was stupid. And because you steal my boyfriend. Because it looks hot. Yeah, that's why he has it recommended to him. Oh yeah, maybe, Flaccid. One vet to another, you're talking a lot of sense tonight, brother. Oh, thank you, Woad Warrior. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, you guys have no idea how much it means to me when you guys resonate with what I'm saying, because it's difficult to kind of gauge whether people or not have a good response to some of the things that I discuss. Most of the things that I talk about, whether it's in class or out in, public, at the gym, at church, most of the stuff that I will bring up in conversation, whether it's stuff like this or whether it's, cultural stuff, tends to be pretty much scoffed at and thrown to the side. And so I always wonder if it's like, okay, is it me? Is it just where I am? Like location-wise, is it the people that I have surrounded myself with? You never know. So... but I appreciate it. It definitely, I love to hear when people feel like they are being heard through some of the things that I'm saying, because I hope that I can speak to a large audience that may resonate with some of this stuff. So yeah, appreciate it, brother. Because someone in the video said boobies, you know what that word does to Max. Oh, yeah, says, that's right, Rachel. Maybe because I've been on Poor Choices, it recommended it to me. I thought Kevin was going to finish out the MV Penis and McDizzy trio. Oh, bummer. Shame. Only Kevin hears. Oh, man, that's funny. Well, Kevin, I hope you like the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer. Oh, man. Well, so I think that's pretty much it. We can probably end up, we can go ahead and end things a bit early tonight. But yeah, those were just kind of some of the things that I wanted to discuss. We went over the Warhammer pricing stuff, the price increases. We went over the trailers, the Guardians, the Flash, the different hype between those. And then we went over some of the stuff that I think is one of the interesting topics within the fandom, within the fellowship, within like nerd and geek culture right now, is just that conversation, that aspect, and that question of what are we, is this the point in time when we need to really start looking at this stuff, and if something does come out that's really good, for us to make sure to praise it. So I think those are really, really great questions. And like I said, if you guys haven't already, go check out the Critical Drinker After Hours stream. Robert Meyer Burnett, Critical Drinker, Mahler, and Dave, all just fucking masters at their craft. And they did an incredible job talking about this topic. Much better than I ever could. So, You stepped away to pee. Well, Josh, you know what that means. You missed the entire stream. You're doing great, mate. And yes, it all depends on the community you're interacting with. Thanks, Orc Bro. Appreciate it. Ignore the normies, says Woad Warrior. Love to hear folks speaking truth. Also, the Emperor protects. The Emperor protects, brother. Hail to that. He's ending early to rob you of your win, Zaxx. Oh, do you guys have a bet at 2 hours or something? Or an hour 45? Am I going to lose people money? I'm so curious. How is it that my chat can have inside jokes on my own stream? How does that work? I feel lost. Hail to Ian So Forth for 25 pounds. My man. Here, let's get an applause for that. Bro, dude, man. Thank you so much for the 25 pounds. You seriously, Ian, you're so generous, man. Generous, and I always appreciate you coming by. He didn't even say anything. It doesn't even look like you said anything. Well, for you, brother, I'm gonna give you this.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
What we doing live? Echoes in eternity.
Hail to you, good sir. And you know what? For the new members, I'm going to give you something as well. And I apologize I didn't give you guys a clip earlier. But hail to the new members, and welcome to the Max's Man Cave.
I bid you stand! Men of the West!
Josh says, you're letting all of us down this week. Good night. Chat has inside joke. I have to be unpredictable, Josh, or else you guys would just, you guys wouldn't come back to the stream. I would just be so predictable. You'd know exactly what was going on. Chat has inside jokes and betting pools. Apparently, yeah, you guys are taking bets and doing all kinds of crazy stuff in the chat. Flaccid says, we want McDizzy. And yes, 2 hours was Zaxx's call. We should take pity on him and tell him. Maybe. Ian says, I was lurking for a while. Oh, well, thanks for lurking, brother. Always a pleasure. Oh, wow. Josh himself, my, the famous, the one and only McDizzy, says, Max, seriously, how's the dating life going? You guys want me to finish up the last, like, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the stream talking about dating stuff? I'll do it. Well, I mean, Josh did donate $10, so I guess I have to now. So, hail to Josh for $10, brother. Oh, hang on. Are we getting a, is the $10 that Josh just sent in, is that going to interfere with the betting, with the inside jokes and the betting that's going on right now behind the scenes? John Baker says, great stream, Max. Good night, everyone. Hey, good night, brother. Thank you for being here, John. Always appreciate it. That clip always gives me chills. Right, Jacob? I always get teary-eyed whenever I see that. Gondor calls for aid. Max says, no problem, dude. That's true. Zaxx just says yes. Yes to, you want me to talk about my dating life? Or yes to the fact that Josh's $10 might interfere with the polling? Fake news, Josh. But for the $10, I will give you this.
I'll dance with you.
No, everything's fine. Situation normal. So, in terms of telling him about the bet, already interfered with it anyway. In terms of dating, the I think it's, you know, I haven't really been taking it seriously, honestly. I think last semester I had gone out on a few dates with some women from Hinge, which is probably the most tame out of the like dating profiles. But, you know, there are women that go to my church that I see that I've never talked to before, but, you know, look look like I could potentially want to date one of them. There are women that go to my gym that could be potential dates. Like, there are women all over California, but I don't know if it's something that I'm really like looking into right now. I think I want to try and focus, and this is like the cliche, like I'm just focusing on my career or whatever, which is such bullshit. Like, sure, I think people can focus on their careers, and I think they can focus on themselves, but rarely do they ever mean it. Normally when people say like, oh, I'm just focusing on myself, it's like you're just trying to make up an excuse for not having any luck dating, and that's fine, like, but just say that, Flaccid says dating is cringe. Yeah, it is. It sucks. Well, I guess I should say I enjoy dating. I think it's fun. You get to meet a lot of cool people, and it just gets you out there, right? It builds confidence sometimes, or it tears you down, and you really have to build up your courage. So it does a little bit of both. Woad Warrior says, good night, Devil Dog. God bless. Hey, Semper Fi, brother. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the memberships. And yeah, I'm super glad that you were able to be here. Zaxx says, what's happening right now? I take it that's how the dating life is going. Punisher with his guns. Yeah, me trying to fight off just insane dates. Maybe. He desperately wants you to talk about your dating life. 4 a.m. super chat dump. Telling him about the bet already. Oh yeah, got that already. Josh, what are you laughing about? What about me? Am I not dating material, Max? How many Funko Pops do I need to buy for you to love me? No, Flaccid, you're already taken, dude. What can I say? I mean, you're a prime, like you're everything I'm looking for. You and Josh are probably Big Daddy Zaxx. The only thing with Big Daddy Zaxx is that like he looks too much like Colin Farrell. It would be intimidating. But Flaccid and Josh are just like the right amount of man that I'm looking for. Dating destroyed my psyche, says Monopoly Loser. Dude, I'm right there with you, man. Like it definitely, well, the girl that I dated about a year ago, probably, oh, look at that. Dude, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate that. For $20. Gosh dang. Love comes when you least expect it. Make yourself the best version of yourself, and they will come to you. That's a great point. And this is coming from a married man. From a married man with like 27 kids. with a whole army of kids. QBG, dude, thank you so much for the 20. Seriously, brother. I greatly appreciate that. So, for that, I shall give you... Which one do I really... enjoy? I'll give you this guy. Hail to QBG for the 20. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Mark McGrath says, you need a nice girl to take to the mosh pit. Oh no. Quarter Black Guéret. Is that like the French Guéret? G-A-R-E-T. I put my school before dating, and let me just say it. It sucks. It's a lonely life. Don't be like me. No, Rachel, I think there's something to say about that. Because like I said, the girl that I dated about a year ago just absolutely just made me not want to date anymore. It just fucking it was like everything that you could possibly think of in terms of what I didn't need in my life at that exact moment. And I think that there's a portion of that God may have been... that circumstance may have been an opportunity for me to become more in touch with my relationship with Christ and my like the opportunity to try and take this trial and the insanity of that relationship or whatever and try and make something worthwhile and you know, gain my spirituality and have a closer relationship with God. and that might have been it, but in terms of like, that, and now, I think now I'm just like you said, Rachel, I'm just so much more focused on school. It's just kind of on the back burner, and it's not something where, like I said, it's, I just need to focus on myself. Yes, I think I do need to work on myself, and there are plenty of things that I can work on, and there are things that I really want to, like practice and study and get better at for me, so that, like Quarterblack said, once I've made like myself this best version of myself, where I'm really entwined or involved with my faith, with my career, with all these things, maybe at that point I'll feel a little bit better about getting back into the dating game or whatnot. But you were just too mean, Josh. We're going to keep it going for the next stream. It's too good. Next week we'll set new over-unders. You guys are the worst. You guys are the worst. Keeping all this stuff hidden from me. I'm going to call Josh later tonight and be like, hey, bitch. Tell me what the inside joke is. Oh, well, working on my relationship with Christ first at the moment before I pursue a relationship. Yeah, Ben, there's a great book called... Oh, shoot. Now I'm blanking on... I just had it. I'm going to look it up, but the pursuit of... Not the pursuit of happiness. The Glorious Pursuit. The Glorious Pursuit. I read that in college and loved it. I like dipped the whole thing in highlighter because I just highlighted every page. It was so good. Glorious Pursuit is a great book that kind of delves into what it looks like to have, a good faith, a good basis in faith, and then also looking for a partner and kind of going down that road both together and like having an equal balance of both. So this turned way more serious than I intended, but I will say, know your worth, don't settle, and most of the time it will find you rather than you finding it. Just don't close yourself off. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, I have done that before. Like in college, I'd closed myself off for a little while because I was like, fuck this, I'm going to go my own way and I'm going to do whatever, and I just like was really antagonizing about it. And this, I'm just kind of indifferent. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, cool. And I think that's a good way to look at it. I don't think it needs to be the focus of your life, but I also don't think it needs to be like the worst thing in the world. So it's balance. It's as with anything. It's you have to have a balance. But yeah, thanks, dude. Know your worth. Don't settle. I think that'll be interesting to see. Is knowing. Because I've done, yeah. I'll say that. That's knowing your worth. Seriously, Max, it usually happens when the pressure's off. I was not dating when I met my husband. Yeah, see, there you go. I think there's some balance. Don't wait for your life to be perfect before being open to dating, because it'll never be perfect. And when you are ready, you will find someone to grow with you. That's a great point, Rachel. Yeah, because if I just try and work on myself, and I'm like, I'm not ready yet because I'm not perfect. It's like, oh God, then you'll be waiting the whole rest of your life. Like, you're going to be broken when you go into a relationship. That's part of why God made man and woman, because we're both broken and we need each other, So both fit each other very well. And so there was another thing that I was going to mention that you had brought up. Because it will never be perfect, but when you're ready, you will find someone to grow with you. Shoot, I lost my train of thought, but fine, I'll do it. I'll leave my wife and transition to a woman to make you happy. Make room for my Funkos, baby. Hey, I'll move some of these books off the shelf. We'll put all your Funkos back there. We'll have your side of the office and my side of the office, or your side of the streaming room, my side. Just be all Funkos. We'll put Funkos over the headboard so they can watch us. Never mind. Yeah, thanks for the recommend, brother. My pleasure. If we're recommending books for Christian men, I recommend Wild at Heart. Oh, well, Josh, I mean, that is just the coup de grace. That is like the book for any man to read. Oh, that's the other one. The Sacred Search. Glorious Pursuit and The Sacred Search. And Wild at Heart. Yeah, those three. Glorious Pursuit is your relationship with God. The Sacred Search is your relationship with woman or with a partner, with like, you know, your whoever you're going to marry. And then Wild at Heart is your relationship with you, like you as a man and what that looks like. So yeah, if you want all three, dude, I would highly recommend those three. Glorious Pursuit, relationship with God. Sacred Search, relationship with your significant other. Wild at Heart, your relationship with you as a man. So Mrs. Flaccid MVPness, what a name. Oh wow, that's gorgeous, Rachel. That's beautiful. You know, Flaccid, that'll actually look really good on our wedding cards. Like when we send those out, I think that'll look really beautiful. Or Mrs. Yeah, we can't forget Tina. God, what am I thinking? Tina's my girl. So yeah. Well, this stream has completely gone off the rails at this point. Thanks to Josh sending in a $10 super, but Josh, I don't stand a chance. Oh man. Yeah, Tina's hard to beat. All right, guys. Well, it is officially that 2-hour mark, and we are going to call it a night. But thank you again for hanging in there with me. Like I said, I know I may have been low energy tonight. Lot going on this weekend, but it was super fun and it was a pleasure. Next weekend, I'm going to be seeing Chrissy Mayer with Gary and Melissa, and I think Eric K and a couple other people. So that is going to be a blast. I've never seen Chrissy live before, so that'll be great. Oh yeah, everyone in chat is invited for sure. To the wedding. And to Chrissy. Come out and go see Chrissy. Mr. Deep-Minded just said, you'll know when you meet her. A lot of stuff you worry about won't matter anymore. Oh, that's a good point too. It was cathartic and you needed it, but our bet is still on. Y'all are the worst. Chat reminds me more and more of Nerdrotic Discord. Oh, you know what? I've only been on there a few times. I'm awful at Discord. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for joining me tonight. It was a pleasure. And this was good to just kind of talk about some of the more recent things that have been going on. There's plenty of other stuff that I could have brought up tonight, but you know, only 2 hours. Which is weird because 2 hours seems like a long time, and then you do a stream and you're like, wow, that was 2 hours. It goes like that. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, have a fantastic rest of the week. Tomorrow's Monday, President's Day, so I hope you guys enjoy your week. Hopefully work and school and whatever you guys are up to isn't too crazy. But it is always a pleasure to see y'all here on Max's Man Cave. But yeah, like I said, next weekend, I will most likely either be not doing a Max's Man Cave, or I'll try and do maybe a live stream from Chrissy's show. I'll keep you guys updated, but that's what I'll be up to next week or next weekend. So we'll stay in contact. But yeah, it'll be a pleasure to see you guys next weekend as well. If I had money, I'd love to fly out there and hang out with y'all. I miss people. Yeah, me too, Rachel, which is why like stuff like Vegas and Dallas and meetups at Chrissy's thing, like it's so much fun, and it really really allows you to get to hang out with like the people that you love. Adios, y'all. Have a good night and week. Thank you, Soul. You too, brother. Great stream, Max. Good company while I've been knocking out assignments. Cheers, chat. Cheers to you, Ben. Hail to you, brother. And I hope that you've been able to get some of those assignments done. I appreciate it, man. Monopoly Night, Max in chat. Orc Bro, have a good weekend, everyone. Ian So Forth, the Nerdrotic Discord is mental. Night, brother. Get some rest. You had a busy weekend. Thanks, dude. It's Chewy. Wanted to say what's up despite coming in late. Thanks, Chewy. Good to see you, brother. Uh-oh, I'm losing, y'all. So much fun tonight. Needed the distraction and laughs. Good, Jay. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad that we could give you that. And Work Bro, thank you as well. Thanks for the stream. This was fun. Please get some pics and videos of Chrissy's show and everyone there. Absolutely. Yeah, you guys will definitely see pictures and videos. like I said, if I don't, I will try and go live. But if I don't go live, you guys will for sure see pictures and videos because that'll be a lot of fun. So we will keep in touch. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. And as always, reject modernity and embrace your legacy. I will see y'all next week. All right, bye.